Calling to order the regular meeting of the Wheeling Plan Commission for Wednesday, March 9th, 2022. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Secretary Pro Tem, please call the roll.
Commissioner Berg?
Here.
Commissioner Sprague?
Sprague is absent with prior notice.
Commissioner Hyken?
Here.
Commissioner Riles?
Here.
Commissioner Noam here, and Chairman Johnson?
Here. All right. Ms. Nyes, any changes to the agenda at this point?
No changes.
And we have no citizens' concerns and comments. No consent items, so we go right to items for review. Docket number 2022-05, variance request to increase the maximum height of a fence from 6 foot to 8 foot for Casey's General Store at 1515 Lake Cook Road, and a second variance to request to reduce the minimum rear setback from 50 feet to 5.33 feet. Also Casey's General Store, 1515 Lake Cook Road. Commissioner Blanova, Secretary Blanova.
Thank you. A zoning variation is intended to be a method of adjustment to equalize regulations where the zoning code has created an unnecessary hardship. A variation is designed to allow affected property owners the same rights and privileges that others enjoying the same zoning district. In order to be granted the variation, the petitioner is required to demonstrate throughout the testimony to the Plan Commission at the public hearing that their request meets the standards of the Village Code, including but not limited to how the individual situation is unique or unusual. Prior to the public hearing, the petitioner provides a written statement meant to show that their request met the standard for special use as established in Title 19. The Commission chairperson will typically direct that this statement be entered into a record without the full reading of them at the hearing. Based upon the testimony and supporting materials submitted, the Plan Commission will make findings in support of or against the petitioner's testimony and report those findings to the Village Board.
You'll also have to read
Another one?
these two.
Okay.
Docket 2022.
Docket number 2020-05, a petitioner seeking a variation from Title 19 zoning, Chapter 19-10, use regulations and associated section in order to permit an increase in the maximum height of fence from 6 feet to 8 feet. And this another docket number 22-06, a petition seeking a variation from Title 19 zoning, Chapter 19-10, use regulations and associate section in order to permit a reduction in the minimum rear yard setback from 50 feet to 5.33 feet.
Thank you. Ms. Nyes.
Okay, so we have 3 dockets here for Casey's, 2 variances and 1 minor site plan and building appearance approval. So they are, Ryan is here to talk about it, but just basically they are adding a small addition on the east side of their building here. And because the mechanical equipment can't fit on the roof, they have to put it on the ground. There's just too much mechanical equipment on the top already. So since they're putting it on the ground, the ordinance requires that it be screened with a fence. So, you know, it's kind of like a trash enclosure. And in order for them to fully screen it, it has to be 8 feet tall. So that requires a variance to go from 6 feet tall to 8 feet tall. And then because where it has to be located on the south side of the building, you'll see that takes it really close to the property line where this access drive is. And so that's why they need this rear yard setback variance. And you can see the building was already put within that, or within that because this was a different zoning district when the gas station was originally built.
What is the setback now, do you know?
What is it? I think 17 feet,
Okay.
because I think that's what the zoning district was before it got switched to B1.
Okay, thank you. Is the petitioner here? It must be you. Work your way through the crowd and come on up. I need to swear you in. You swear the testimony you're giving tonight to be the truth?
Yes.
Please state your name and business address.
My name is Jeff Launchar. I'm with CESO, 2800 Corporate Exchange Drive, Suite 400, Columbus, Ohio.
Thank you.
I am here as the applicant on behalf of Casey's. Pretty much summed up, I think, the first one where the additional equipment that we're putting in the enclosure at the rear of the building, what's needed for the addition, which is additional storage and a walk-in cooler for supplies and so forth. And then Casey's does have more of a large food offering. It's kind of part of who they are, their pizzas, what they're kind of known for. So with improvements that they're kind of doing to the inside with additional kitchen hood and some kitchen equipment, as well as the storage and cooler for food and that sort of thing. These couple units at the rear are kind of a necessity for them. The DOAS unit, which is the one, I don't know if you have the plans, it's got the kind of the two fans that are shown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the bigger of the two. So that's for kind of the cooling of the new rooms, and then the other two are for the hood. And then those are, the size they need is just, I think, just like under 8 feet, 7.85 feet. So for us to kind of adequately address the code requirement to screen it all, we request that I guess the maximum of 6 feet be increased to 8 feet.
Okay. We'll talk about the two variances, and then we'll come back to the site plan after we close those two dockets. So we'll start with Commissioner Hyken.
I have no questions. Pretty self-explanatory, so I have no questions on the variance. Thank you.
Commissioner Berkey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Self-explanatory, no questions.
Commissioner Riles.
Thank you so much. No questions.
And Commissioner Blenno.
No surprises here, no questions.
Okay. Yeah, I have nothing on the two variances. So I need a motion to approve first docket 2022-05, the variance request to increase the maximum height of the fence.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Berkey, Commissioner Hyken.
Commissioner Bergen?
Yes.
Commissioner Hyken?
Yes.
Commissioner Riles?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumenauer, yes, and Chairman Johnson?
Yes. All right, then we need to close that same docket, 2022-05. Need a motion to close.
So move.
Second.
Hyken?
Commissioner Hyken?
Yes.
Commissioner Berg?
Yes.
Commissioner Riles?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumenauer, yes, Chairman Johnson?
Yes. And then we need to vote on docket number 2022-06, the variance request to reduce the minimum rear setback.
So move.
Second.
Commissioner Hyken?
Yes.
Commissioner Berg?
Yes.
Commissioner Riles?
Yes.
Commissioner Blumenauer, yes. Chairman Johnson?
Yes. Okay. And the motion to close 2022-06.
So moved. Second.
Berkey?
Commissioner Berg?
Yes.
Commissioner Hyken?
Yes.
Commissioner Riles?
Yes.
Blumenauer, yes. And Chairman Johnson?
Yes. Okay. We're done with those two.
Well, before we move on, I'm sorry I called you Ryan. And so those two variances will move on to the village board on March 21st.
Okay.
And then, yeah, the site plan just ends here.
Okay, so next up is docket PC 22-01. minor site plan approval for building addition, Casey's General Store, 1515 Lake Cook Road. Ms. Nyes, anything additional on this?
No, but just note, it doesn't say building appearance, but it should include the building appearance, and we do have the elevations that were in your packet.
All right. Anything from the petitioner on this part of it?
I think we discussed two of the two of the proposed items, and then just with the implementation of the bump out in the units, we're just kind of reworking some of the curb and striping and sidewalk to accommodate that, and then not decreasing any existing parking counts.
Okay, start at the other end. Commissioner Riles, anything on the site plan building appearance?
No, I don't have anything. Thank you.
Commissioner Blanova?
Nothing.
Commissioner Berkey?
I just wanted to clarify something you said. You said you're going to be accommodating the curb, like changing the curb a little bit to accommodate the parallel parking?
Not the parallel parking. This actually I guess I don't know if it's on the screen, but this plan kind of depicts it well with the really dark stuff being the new stuff. The northern parallel parking will just be striped just because it's in good condition now and has adequate clearance. The one near the bump out, kind of at the southeast, there's a little sidewalk you can kind of see there in the squares, and then the striping with the implementation of a little bit of a few bollards and then some additional striping just to make sure their spaces are adequately sized.
Okay, so that striping is just, that's open space, it's just striping for what the,
I think it's currently pavement.
it's pavement?
We're kind of just reworking it a bit and restriping what's needed.
Okay.
And then I think the sidewalk is new, being built onto the existing curb, but how that goes,
Okay,
I'll let them handle it in construction.
okay, that was all I had, thank you.
Commissioner Heiken?
Yeah, I have a simple question. It probably doesn't even apply here. I've been going to this gas station for a long time. My concern is, have they even given any consideration for the people heading west on Lake Cook Road getting into your gas station? The only way to get in there is to drive through Walmart, drive all the way around. I didn't know if you guys gave any consideration to that.
So I know the plan is to just keep things as they are with the
Right.
existing drives. I know the one drive, it looks like it was recently closed or within the last few years. I don't really think that there's too much that we can do.
Okay. I'm okay with that. I just didn't know if you considered that.
I'm not from here, but I did stop at the site, and it looks like a relatively newer intersection.
Yeah,
It looks fresh, it looks good.
Been a few years in the making, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. So it looks good, and it looks a little busy. So making that left-hand turn so close to the intersection is probably not the best
Right.
choice. But believe me, if there was a way to allow that and make it better, I'm sure they'd entertain it, given.
Just thought I'd bring it up.
Yeah, no, appreciate it.
I have nothing else.
Okay. Let's see, you already did that. Somewhere in the notes, it talked about painting the composite material for the fence. Is that accurate, or are you just matching,
I think we're gonna match the color of the building. I believe.
painting composite material usually isn't,
Yeah, I think they're gonna go with just a white or a similar color that kind of matches the existing building, which I think is white. So that's the plan. I think whether it was explicitly stated, the material, I think, evolved since what may have been initially put in the narrative. If they were gonna paint, depending on what it was, paint it to match the building. Now that it's composite, I don't think you really needed to do that. But
Yeah,
it will match the building.
Right.
the trash enclosure on the site, that's on the car wash side,
Yes.
and that's enclosed too?
That is currently enclosed with the painted white fence.
Okay.
Didn't look
That's
too-
all I had. Marcy, was there any other things from staff on this?
No, we just had two conditions. The first one, just that this minor site plan approval is contingent upon the village board's granting of those two variances. And that we had requested that screening for the rooftop equipment shall be repaired as necessary, and that has been already added to the plans.
Oh, great.
We can probably take that condition off.
Love it when a plan comes together.
So is that okay if we take that off?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just contingent on those two variances going through.
Okay. Any other questions from the commission? Then I would entertain a motion to approve PC 22-01.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Berg?
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken?
Yes.
Commissioner Blanova, yes. Commissioner Riles?
Yes.
And Chairman Johnson?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, yeah, that part's done. So I don't know if you have yet, you could probably apply for building or construction permits whenever. And then it'll just go to the board and then you'll be all done.
Do I need to, does someone need to attend the board meeting?
Yes,
Okay, and that's the 21st?
yes.
And it will probably go very smooth,
Okay.
like it did here.
Yeah.
Good, yeah, I will actually be out of town, so I'll find someone though, but I like to hear that.
I doubt that they're gonna have any questions, but.
Yeah, even if you just send someone from the locally,
Yeah.
Perfect,
you'll be.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
OH.
All right, next item on the agenda is docket number 2022-03, special use to permit an assembly use, Yanni Design Studios, 97 Marquardt. Ms. Nyes.
After the applicant's text amendment was approved by the village board on Monday, I requested a new site plan, or a new floor plan that covered the entire building. I was working with him to get that done, and today he requested that his docket be continued until March 23rd to give him additional time to prepare it.
Very well, then we need a motion to continue 2022-03 to a date certain of March 23rd.
Correct.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Berg?
Yes.
Commissioner Heiken?
Yes.
Commissioner Blanova, yes. Commissioner Riles?
Yes.
And Chairman Johnson?
Yes. All right. Moving right along, we have approval of minutes of the regular meeting of February 23rd, 2022, including the findings of fact for docket numbers 2022-02, 2022-03, and 2022-04. Need a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Heiken?
Yes.
Commissioner Berg?
Yes.
Commissioner Blanova, yes. Commissioner Riles?
Yes.
And Chairman Johnson?
Yes. All right. Other business. Ms. Nyes, what kind of news you got for us?
I have nothing. I just messed this up. I don't have anything.
Commissioner Heiken, anything?
Nothing for me.
Commissioner Berkey?
Nothing from me either.
Commissioner Blanova?
Nothing from me.
And Commissioner Rao.
Nothing from me, thank you.
All right. Well, the new Crumble Cookie Store is open over on Lake Cook Road. I managed to get to the ribbon cutting for that. Very nice setup there they have. Very crowded, giving away free cookies.
And very good.
You like them?
Oh, yep.
That's about all. There's nothing else new opening in town lately?
Nothing new.
Okay. I'll put out another plea for anybody that's interested in serving on this commission to please go to the village website, fill out an application. I presume we'll start, the president will start doing some interviews at some point in the near future. Other than that, how about a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Get from the dynamic duo,
Second.
voice vote. So all in favor,
I
Aye.
opposed? We are adjourned.
Something happened in here and everything went.